Good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. What does fall mean to me? These are thoughts from the past from people that I've collected out of antique stores. Today, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. And I'm actually making two videos because we might get some weather. I don't think it's going to be horribly bad, but there might be wind and rain. It's already raining. This is from the latest tropical storm / hurricane that's coming up from the Gulf. And it was predicted to come and cover the entire state. Now it looks like it might just be the western half, but we are smack dab in the middle in Colombia. So we could or could not get weather. It just depends. Our electricity went on yesterday for half an hour for no apparent reason. So to be prudent, I am just going to film tomorrow's video also, which you will see on Saturday. The thing that is also frightening about, not frightening, but alarming about this hurricane / tropical storm, I think it is now a hurricane, Category 1. They say it may get up to a Category 3, but it is huge. Right now it is coming, the outer bands are hitting Tampa and the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico at the same time. So yeah, it's huge. So we're just going to be prudent and film ahead. I don't have a problem with that. So we're doing the exact same thing we've been doing. The sound of a Jolly Rancher wrapper crinkling. This is Carol's favorite sound. I think her name is Carol. I have to wait till the end. But I did not speed these up at all. Just so you all know the speed I work at because I don't usually speed up stuff. But we're having fun. Oh, I don't even name her until tomorrow. Today for you. Today for me, tomorrow for you. Anyhow, because I forgot to put her name. I'm just cleaning out, which I am not making a dent at all in my tiny scrap container, which is to the left. And just, again, practicing my mixed media skills because they're not great, in my opinion, of adding a layer upon a layer upon a layer, purposely making it not cohesive, doodling in between or painting in between, possibly stamping also, just continuing to add layers and layers and layers. And this little book is only 4x4, 4 inches by 4 inches. So you don't, and plus I've done a lot of stuff in here already. I've done a lot of circles in this book also. So I'm kind of on the cusp of finishing like 4 art journals at the same time. Maybe I'll just do a flip through of all of them. I've got a great Halloween mixed media journal that I did many moons ago. But at the current moment, I can't locate it. It may be around Easter when I find it, so hold that thought. Anyhow, yeah, the weather is iffy. We do go through this a couple times a year. If we're lucky enough, they don't come here, but we do get outer bands of rain. And we can get some really weird storms pop up from nothing. 2 summers ago, summer of 2023, we had that pop up, and there was like our entire street had damage, and it was from nothing. So you just never know. Humidity, changing temperatures. It happens in the spring and the fall, when things are changing and butting up against warm weather, against cold weather, and vice versa. And it's just part of living here. If we were still in California, I'd be shaking in my boots with an earthquake or a mudslide or, a forest fire. Although we can have earthquakes here. We have earthquakes here quite often. We're on a huge fault line here. In fact, we've had tiny ones the last couple years on the east side of Colombia. I think in 23 we had like 17 or 18 in the 2 range. People that live on that side, if it's at a decent time, if it's not in the middle of the night, people felt it. We don't have any feel here, and we are upstream from the dam. So if the dam breaks and the lake floods, it's not coming this way. It's going south, well, east. But yeah, right after the Civil War, there was a huge fire in Charleston, and that was caused from earthquake um, damage. They broke some of the, I don't know, I don't know if they had water, indoor water then. They may have in Charleston. But anyhow, yeah, there was a huge fire right after the Civil War from earthquake damage. So, or a side effect of earthquake. And if you go to Charleston, a lot of the houses, the old houses, have earthquake rods through them. We did not have any of those in California, as far as I know, but it's kind of like to keep everything stay in alignment. You can see them poking out from some of the old houses in the in the Battery area, the downtown area, the old section. Um, but yeah, yeah, interesting. Mother Nature. Don't ever mess with Mother Nature. Yes, houses have been falling in the ocean from in the Outer Banks. That is in North Carolina, and they have had some deterioration of the Outer Banks. I would not have a beach house there. You're stuck way out in the middle of the ocean, not in the middle of the ocean, because it takes like 45 minutes for a ferry to get from some parts, like to get to Ocracoke. That's the only way I've gone, is from the southern, on the southern tips. I don't remember where we left from, somewhere in North Carolina, and then we went to, I think we docked in Ocracoke, but it takes like 45 minutes to get there. Um, and yeah, there's way too much chance of weather hitting that area. Not as bad as where we are, our beach house is, but you just never know. You never know. And this hopefully will be some of the end of hurricane season. I think it officially ends at the end of September, but like the forest fire times, it's getting extended farther and farther and starts earlier and earlier. So again, don't mess with Mother Nature. She can be ungrateful sometimes. Um, what else is going on here? Gunner does not like to get his paws wet. So when it rains all day like this, possibly 2 or 3 days in a row, he's a real pistol to get outside to go to the bathroom because he doesn't like to. Um, and there's one bush that's on the corner of my craft room, so there's a little bit of the roof overhanging, and he can get to that without getting completely drenched. But then we have to go out there with him, so we have to stand under the overhang while he crawls under the bush to protect himself from getting wet. It's a whole ordeal. He's definitely not a water dog. Definitely not. When we go to the beach, he will not get his paws wet in the surf at all. He likes to run in the sand. And actually, the sand has been good for. He has a joint issue on his right hip, and it's way too early for that stuff to start. He's only 3, but he does spend quite a lot of time on his hind legs. So this is my dog we're talking about, not my husband. He's usually on his hind legs too, but so far he has no joint issues. But I had bunion surgery in the 80s in Florida. Practice husband. And because I had terrible bunions on both feet. And one of them has a pin in it where they cut a slice out of the toe bone, the big bone, the big toe bone, whatever that's called. And the doctor immediately then told me, because we were in Florida, he goes, go walk in the sand. That is the best rehab you can do. And I've been having a lot of problems with my foot, the one that I destroyed the ankle on a couple years ago, 4 years ago, actually now. Hard to believe. But we did a lot of walking in the sand, and my foot feels so much better. I think I'm just starting to get maybe arthritis, and there is one problematic toe that I think they hit my educated opinion is they hit a nerve or something, because it doesn't like to play well with the other ones at all. And that that's just part of having 2 plates and 6 pins in your ankle. But it's been so much better than it was last week when we left. I'm like, wow, I guess that doctor knew what he was talking about. Go mad, go figure. But anyhow, so Jolly Ranchers, they have a very thick plastic wrapper, and I just love the sound that the crinkle of unwrapping one of those. And it has to be the apple Jolly Rancher. The rest of them don't have the same sound. They really do. But I think the green ones sound the best. But while you're watching this, maybe Friday morning is when I get my blood work. So my treat to myself is a Frappuccino when I get through. But I think I've lost my pound and a half. Now, I have had a salad and a fruit smoothie, a yogurt, and oatmeal starting Tuesday morning in prep. And this is only because I want to do it, not the doctor's not making me. But I wanted to be back down to my weight for my blood work because they do weigh you, so that I know I lost my beach weight. And Kurtie, you said it doesn't count if you're on vacation? Oh, good. Glad to know. But in my head, it does. So, anyhow, so between 3 months, see, the last 3 months I've only lost 10 pounds. But that's because we were on vacation in England, and I did not indulge terribly, but I was indulgent more than I had been since April to August 1st. But now, as soon as we get back to the beach, which is still 2 weeks away, so I guess it's about 2 weeks. I don't know. I have to see a calendar. But I would like to lose some more weight from now till the end of the year. I would like to be down. 10 more pounds would be great. 15 would be fabulous. But I don't know if I can do that. I would like, that would be 45 pounds since April. So almost a little over 3/4 of a year, I've lost 45 pounds if I can do it, or 40. That would be great. And I would like to lose about 20 more after that. So so in a year's time, I would love to have lost like 60 pounds. I'd be thrilled with that. It's not to where I was when I turned 40, but it'll do. And it'll keep me off the diabetic scale, which is what I was really aiming for hopefully a few years. But I can't eat just salad and oatmeal and yogurt every day. Oh, hard-boiled egg. I did boil some hard-boiled eggs for some extra protein. But, I just have to be careful. And I know my dad's family is riddled with diabetes everywhere. And they're all, some of them were overweight. Some of them were very thin. My dad was terribly thin. But we're all short. We're short. So, it adds up fast when we're short. Anyhow, enough of the health update. Yeah. So I'm just sitting here doodling with art pieces and getting my act together for Halloween October Daily. Now, I don't like to plan, and I always say I don't plan, and I'm really not planning, but I'm kind of brainstorming thoughts and writing them down so that on days when I'm like, I don't know what to do today, I have a what do they call those things? A vision board that I can just look at. Say, oh yeah, let's try to do something like this. And I had to get all my art supplies because I brought them all home in December, so I have to get them all back down there. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I took a couple things. I ordered an extra set of Stabilos. They're already down there. I think that's the only thing I took down there, though, because they came from Amazon, and when they came in, I just stuck them in the staging pile that we took down to the beach this go around. And I took most of my clothes this go around, and sheets and towels. What else has to go down there? That's about it. Toiletries. We took a bunch of stuff down there, and we're just going to leave them down there. Hair dryer, that kind of stuff went down. So we're pretty ready to go as soon as they'll let us back in on the 15th. The 15th or 16th or 14th. I can't. It's hard to read their schedule when the renters leave. But I'm ready to get back. We do enjoy being down there, and it's just a different vibe of life. We ride in the golf cart. We have a golf cart here. I don't ride in it as much as I used to because there's just more traffic here than there used to be, and we have a lot of blind corners and things like that. And I'm like, I'm not getting on that golf cart. We have near misses just walking in the morning with the dog for our mile and a half in the morning. I mean, if you're around when the kids are leaving for school, for high school, they don't look when they back out of their driveways, and they're not used to, not that I'm defending them, a lot of them aren't used to having people walking down the street. Although a lot of people walk where we are, but the kids just don't think about that kind of stuff, and they're just backing out, and they're like, oh, there's people there. Oh, so you got to get out of their way. Um, but it is what it is. So I love all of these, and I've been playing with them on Procreate, um, and just creating my own mixed media paper. That's all it is. Um, for these people from the past to tell us what they like about fall, Halloween, da 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 da. So I will be back in the morning, hurricane withstanding, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Bye.